All right, fam jam. So it is Tuesday. We got done with Monday Night Football for the NFL last night. And I've had a couple of people reach out. They watched all of my college rankings, enjoyed those videos, so they wanted me to do a top 10 of NFL. So I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. I do play fantasy football, so I moderately keep up with it, not as much as I do college football, but I do watch games. So here is my first shot at going into a top 10 for the NFL. This is going into week 12. So let's start at number 10. That is going to be the Seahawks. I think Seattle has a good team this year. They still on the backbone of running the ball, especially with Kenneth Walker. They just do an old school type of offense, but it's worked for them. I know they have 4 losses on the season, but I just like the team. I like Pete Carroll, and I just think they're a solid competitor. May not be Super Bowl solid, but I think they're a solid competitor, so I've got them at 10. At number 9, I've got the Vikings. They were manhandled pretty hard by Dallas this past weekend, so they would have been higher. I know they only have 2 losses on the season, but that was a tough game for Minnesota, so I do think they're around number 9. At number 8, I've got the Titans. That defense is stingy. That defense is really, really good. I think Tannehill is starting to elevate his play of the season, and Derrick Henry does what Derrick Henry does. So I think they're a pretty good team. I like the Titans a lot, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But again, kind of with the Vikings, I'm not sure they're ready to be Super Bowl caliber, but hey, you never know with football. At number 7, I have the Bengals. Another sneaky good defense. No real stars stand out, but they do really, really well on defense, especially in the second half. And they have weapons for sure in Cincinnati. I think Burrow is playing his best football of the season the past 2 weeks. So with a solid defense, and you've got a star in Joe Burrow, going to the Super Bowl last year, they do have big game experience, which I think is a big thing. So Bengals at 7. At number 6, I've got the Cowboys, who have really stepped up. That offensive line's really good. Again, a very, very good defense, especially against the run. Tony Pollard kind of went off against Minnesota, and they still have Zeke. Dak has elevated his play over the past 2 weeks, coming off of that injury. So I do think the Cowboys could potentially be a dark horse for the Super Bowl, but you never know. At 5, I've got the Bills. I think that they started off the season incredibly hot, and something has happened. I don't know if it's locker room chemistry or anything, but you can't sleep on the Bills either. Diggs has been doing fantastic. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback for sure. He has the arm talent and he has the mode. He has made some mistakes in the last couple of weeks, so that's a little bit of a concern. I don't know if that is the injury to his elbow that he's playing through or not, but I've got the Bills at 5, still very much a contender for the Super Bowl. At 4, I've got San Francisco, the 49ers. That team has weapons all over the field. When your weakest offensive position is quarterback and you can still steamroll, that does say something. The addition of Christian McCaffrey for that team absolutely changed the face of that offense. And their defense as well is just, it's stingy. It's really, really good. They don't give up a lot of points. They played Monday Night Football last night in Mexico City, and I think they gave up 10. So when you've got Kittle, you've got IU, you've got Deebo Samuel, you've got Christian McCaffrey. I mean, they just have weapons all over the field. And if Garoppolo can keep playing even at a managerial role, that team is very, very good. So 3, I have the Eagles. I know started off really, really hot, took 1 loss, and then played a really close game with Indianapolis this past weekend. But I'm concerned with them coming back. If they get down 2 touchdowns, Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. He's really good, especially at running the ball. But this is a run-first offense for sure with Miles Sanders mixing it in with Jalen Hurts. You've got Gainwell in there who doesn't get as many touches, but they're very good as long as they're playing from ahead. I'm not sure they can withstand a 14-point deficit, 17-point deficit, that kind of stuff, where they really have to sling the ball around. Brown is up there, but I don't know. I don't know if that offense is built to come from behind. At 2, I have the Dolphins. So Miami, that team absolutely runs through Tua. If Tua's healthy, that is one of the most dangerous team in the league to me. The outside wideouts have been absolutely great all year. They've moved in some running backs, so they run the ball really well. Tua has the touch. But if Tua gets hurt like he did earlier in the season, it does completely change that offense. But for right now, they are hell on wheels. The Dolphins are very, very good. I think if Tua is healthy, it's incredibly difficult to play that team. I would love to see the 49ers defense go against Tua and the Dolphins offense. That would be a heck of a game. That's what I'm kind of looking at. And then at number 1, I've got Kansas City, the Chiefs. What they did playing against a very, very good Chargers team, for the Chargers to be at home, got a late touchdown to go ahead. Kansas City needed the touchdown to win. They were banged up. McCall Hardman was not in there. And still, Patrick Mahomes is a magician. Got it to got it to Kelsey there, right there at the end for a walk-in touchdown. Kelsey is a freak of nature, and Patrick Mahomes is just a magician with a football in his hands. So it's incredibly exciting. I do watch a lot of Chiefs games. I've watched a lot of Eagles games and the Dolphins games. So I'm pretty well versed on those 3 teams. Definitely watched the 49ers last night. So that's why I think that's where I've ranked those. But it is hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes. They had a graphic up there that he hasn't lost a divisional road game yet. He's, I think, 14-0 now is what the graphic was, which is, that's incredible. That's insane. Especially with them being a little bit beat up. So when he does get McCall Hardman back and he can get everybody healthy, that team can beat anybody. They haven't. They do have losses on the season, but I don't ever count out Patrick Mahomes. The dude is a stud. He is him. So that is your top 10 for this week going into week 12 of the NFL. If you like what I'm doing, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, and tell me in the comments where I'm wrong, where I'm not wrong, what you're thinking, who you think should be number 1, if you think it's somebody different. Feel free. I always reply to comments, so keep checking it out. I absolutely love watching football, and I love talking to you guys about it, and people are starting to engage more and more with it and give me their opinions, so I'm enjoying it, guys. So that'll be it. We have Thanksgiving games coming up on Thursday, so those should be exciting, and we'll go into another week of football. You'll see me on Sunday with a college football top 25 review, and until then, guys, Fam Jam, I'm out.